Hey there, I am Vickie Gould, multi-number 1 best-selling author, story marketing queen, book writing guru, certified business coach, and law of attraction practitioner. So I understand that you are interested in writing your book for your business. Woohoo! I am really excited. Books get me very, very excited. So far you've gotten your free guide, the starter pack, and now I want to talk to you about the most important thing when writing your book. It's actually quite simple. Quit the excuses so that you can start. Most entrepreneurs and coaches that I talk to say that they've had a book in their mind for years and years. Some will tell me that it's just come up for them more and more in the last months and weeks, and they feel very called now to write that book, but that book has been in them for a long time. I've even had people tell them they've had a book in them since they were in elementary school. Yet, what's the top reason people don't write their book? Time. They use time as their scapegoat, as we do for many other things in life, right? But what does that actually mean? Because it's not about time, it's really about priorities on how you want to spend your time. There's really no right or wrong here, just that you need to decide if a book is your priority, then quit blaming lack of time. If you decide now is not the right time for you and it's not a priority, that's perfectly okay too. Just don't blame time. My husband often says that you make time for what is important to you, and your book is no different. Another thing that people hide behind time about is that it's code for they're not confident. Whether it's about their writing abilities, not sure about their message, afraid their friends and family won't like it, don't know if it'll be up to par, unsure of the reception from their tribe, and the list could go on and on and on and on, right? And they let all these things get in the way. The other thing that people say is that they don't have the money to hire a coach for the book. Now, a coach helps you put the right things in your book so you're not guessing about what to include. A coach can also make sure that your book hits the bestseller list on Amazon. And here I want to give you the straight up skinny. When someone tells me that they want to write their book, but they can't hire a coach and they're going to write it and then come back to me, I kind of know exactly what it means. It means that when they come back after they're done, if they ever get done, because they don't have the accountability and they don't have the structure, they're going to have to rewrite parts of the book, because if you want it to be a proper lead magnet book and not get lost in a sea of other similar books, you need a professional to guide you. That's just the bottom line. It's really that simple. If you don't want to waste time and rework your book project, get help at the start so that you can start right. Listen, if you're going to invest your time and heart, because your heart really ends up in your book, you want to write it properly. You want to seed it right. Make it into a legitimate lead magnet. After all, that's the purpose. You want your book to create clients out of your readers. So if it's not all of these things, you will end up wasting your time on something that doesn't work for you or your business and doesn't enhance your life. I mean, you can check off the list that you wrote a book, but it's not going to do anything for you. The other big excuse I hear is the old, I don't know if I'm really interesting, if I've got something good to say. People aren't sure if what they have to say is important. Do you feel like you have a vital message to share? So let me tell you that your message is important. It is interesting. You have a unique perspective. You have special learnings to share. You've lived a life that was meant for something. And I do not believe that we were put on this earth to live mediocre, rinse and repeat lives. We all have unique circumstances and we all can share from them. By saying that you're not sure if you're interesting enough or don't know if what you have to say matters, you're saying that you're willing to live that mediocre life. Really? Is that what you want? I don't believe that for a minute, and I don't want it for you either. Besides, I know that if you've attracted one friend or a spouse, you're probably interesting enough. Really, we all have such great stories inside us. And most of coaches and entrepreneurs tell me that they got into business to help people. Like the number one reason is to help people. Well, guess what? A book is one of the biggest ways that you can help people. You can spread your message and you get more reach. So you should do it. The last excuse that I hear a lot from people that I want to mention is that they say they're not good writers. Well, lucky for you, this is not English class. You want to write like you talk. You want to stay true to your voice and you. When you write, you have to listen so that you sound the same. You don't want someone to meet you and think, hey, they don't even sound like themselves. You want to be you, and you don't care about sentences that aren't necessarily really sentences or grammatically correct all the time. And if it's a little off, it's okay. Now, I don't mean to be a rambling mess is okay, but you get the gist. Stop stressing about that and leave that excuse behind. And of course, if you always want help, you can always get an editor. Think about it. Everyone writes. If you communicate, you write. Everybody's texting these days, you write. And if you like to talk more than you like to write or type, you can voice record it, get it transcribed. There is a solution to every excuse that there is out there, as long as you want to overcome them. And now I guess there's actually one other thing that I have to tell you about, that in order to get your book done, you have to start, but you have to finish. I know that people who are really connected to their purpose, their why, the impact they have with their book, and an investment they've made in the process and the coach, and getting really excited about what you're going to have in the end will motivate you to finish. So remember to quit the excuses so that you can start and finish. Because there are people waiting for you and your book, and they're waiting for your message and your help. If you haven't gone and checked out your starter pack yet, make sure you do that. There's important and juicy stuff in there, plus there's an opportunity to be coached by me. And until the next time, like I always say, go be the real deal.